Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great week. Have some big news this week. We had Microsoft Showcase,
Hmm.
along with a couple other things. Decent amount of movie news today. Not more so bad movie news than good movie news, but news nevertheless.
Yeah,
And
because Comic Con came around and
it did.
they're like, well, we don't have anything because nobody can film.
Exactly. So let's dive in. If you would like to become part of the Level Unlock Nation, the Lockpig Nation, as always, you can join us at the patreon.com/Level Unlock Podcast. Sir Nate, once again, is still on his world tour of interviews, so he is not with us. He said potentially next week he might be interviewed out, but who knows? Might be going another week, another 5 weeks. For all we know, he can just be the most interviewed person in the whole entire world. So
He'll be a professional interviewee.
exactly, it's coming down to where in the world is Yokai Blue, YF Kitsune Gilgamesh. Uh, you'll figure that out here his soon as world Patreon tour of interviews. But so he's not with us. How's everyone been doing? How's everyone been this following week? James, what's up, man? Go with you.
Well, I mean, it's been all right. Nothing too crazy. I did find out I am the best goddamn player in 2 games. I am the best player in the world when it comes to Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. No one can stop me. I'm the
That's
fucking
right.
best.
The best.
Yeah.
Bro, there's
And
other
then
people
also-
out there, but they're like number 2 or somewhere
Yeah,
lower.
no, they're not even close. They don't even come
probably
close.
somewhere even lower on there. Like we witnessed some pretty amazing things the other day.
God tier gameplay.
What's up, Xavier? Yes.
So I'm God tier at that. I'm also God tier at Cyber Hunter, the battle royale. I am
didn't
God
see you
tier
play
at
that one though.
That one is. Whew. You get me on them. You get me on them kill streaks, bro. Mm.
Oh, is that the one that was?
Unstoppable.
Is that the one that was?
You get me on them kill streaks, bro.
You were
Was
just
that
playing.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
one you were playing a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm the best Cyber Hunter player in the world. Like, don't even at me right now.
No, you are super good at those games. It looks like.
Yeah. Well, that game in particular.
You just jumped into both of them too. You're like, okay, well, we're gonna try this one,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
I've unlocked my latent ability. Apparently, I'm really good at free Chinese battle royales that are meant for mobile and Power Ranger fighting games. I mean, I ain't complaining. If I get to body kids, I get to body kids, and I'll enjoy it, every minute of it. What else did I do this week? I played some Dreams. I didn't play a whole lot of memes in Dreams, so that's pretty cool. And then I played more Ghost of Tsushima. And Ghost of Tsushima is still fantastic.
Game's really pretty.
It's very pretty.
yeah, it is neat watching it.
Yeah, I'm absolutely in love with it. It's phenomenal. Top tier game. Nice.
Glad you're
I got
enjoying
some
it.
special news of Ghost of Tsushima later.
There's a lot of memes out there of it already.
Yep.
Really strong memes.
Yeah, pretty strong memes.
Everyone at my work who's been playing it, they absolutely love it. They agree with your assessment of the game of the year, Prodigy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how great it is. But yeah, that's about it. That's been my week, other than work. Jeff,
Yeah,
how you doing, buddy?
pretty good. Pretty good.
That's good.
Not too bad of a week. I played some of that Hello Pedro. That game was
my
pretty
friend
fun.
Pedro?
Yeah, oh, that was what it is?
Oh,
My friend Pedro?
yeah.
That game was fun. That game
Oh,
is
it's
fun.
So sick.
It really is, dude. When you start combining all the different, like, there's only a handful of moves you can really do. But
Yeah.
when you get flowing with those moves, man, it's like you are playing Deadpool, basically. I mean, it's basically you fly
I would
around the
say
map like you're Deadpool or something.
I would I'd say you're playing a John Wick game.
John Wick. Okay. Yep, that's a good assessment as well. So that was fun. Did the Pokemon Go Fest today.
How was that?
Not bad, not bad. It was actually this weekend, so it was yesterday and today, and went out a little late yesterday, and I just caught the tail end of it because I haven't picked that game up in a little bit. So I just was like, you know what, it's going on. I'm gonna run down there and check. I'm gonna head down to the park and hang out. And it was because of the Rona. It's instead
Dave.
of Go Fest being in one, Dave. Instead of it being in one place, it was pretty much everywhere. So
I was gonna see how'd that work with social distancing and stuff.
yeah, instead of having to get plane tickets somewhere and be in a location, you can literally just do it from anywhere, and but
That's
it gives
awesome.
you access to special things, and like there were Pokemon that are not from this region here. That's kind of what I was looking for, were those ones. It was pretty good. In total, I got a handful of shinies and a handful of things that I definitely did not have. So it was fun. And then other than that, just watched the game thing with you guys, which was pretty interesting.
Well, with Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me and you, and then them two watched it.
Did we talk since the last time we played Sea of Thieves,
Thieves?
Battle Royale?
No,
Oh my god.
together.
It is so fun. It is a really good time, and I highly recommend it. It's a little nerve-wracking the first couple times you jump into it, and it takes an eternity for it to load. But
Yeah,
it really does. How long? We got the course of like 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
I think we were there.
It's
Yeah,
4 games.
3 or 4 matches over 2 hours.
Damn. Oh yeah, I was watching most of that.
It's fun.
Well, it also, I don't know if it has something to do with the time of day. We also played like at 2:30 in the morning.
Okay, but that's 2:30 in the morning here. So,
Yeah, that's true.
or at least on this side. What time did you start? Like 11 then?
Yeah, so I guess Pacific time wasn't that bad, but it's just because like we had said, that game is weird. That when there's an update, everybody plays, and then when towards the end of the update, everyone's just kind of like, I'm gonna wait till the new update, and so no one's on.
It makes sense. Yeah.
So next week,
There should. I'm expecting there to be a lot more people on.
the 29th is the new update. So
Do you have any knowledge of what the new update's about?
stop. My wife's trying to hand me a huge pizza box. Sorry. Yeah, it's what the fuck was it? Ashen Sea Lord or something like that.
Just more expansions of the same salty
Yeah.
pirate.
Yeah, that Flamehead, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
the
Huh.
guy in the sky.
The guy in the sky.
The
So-
I think it's like Flamebeard or something, whatever his name is.
That seems like a bad idea, having a flame beard.
Yeah, and
That would be dangerous.
so it's one of the missions, the Tall Tale missions, is that you go after a skull. You get the skull, you can then go cash it in for a ton of money. It's the most valuable piece of loot in the game, or you can use it as a weapon. So
Okay.
if you just say, okay, nah, I'm not going to use it I'm not going to go cash it in and make a boatload of money. Instead, I'm going to use it as a deadly weapon that you point at your enemies. Its mouth opens up and spits fire at your opponents and sets them on fire.
In real life.
But when you do that though, and then you go trade it at the end of the night, it's worth like $5.
Oh.
So it's not. So it's like the pros or cons. Do you use it as a really badass weapon, or do you get a shit ton of money from it?
Right.
I
So-
guess it doesn't really matter because money doesn't really matter a whole lot in that game.
Cosmetic wise.
Well,
Yep,
yeah,
just
but,
cosmetically.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's
there's
what.
no like actual advantage to having.
Right.
Those,
But that's what
like,
makes it kind of fun,
cosmetics.
because you can kind of, like, at first when you first start playing it, you really kind of are trying to acquire money in the game. But as you play it, you start to realize
The money's in your
money,
heart the entire
yeah,
time.
money just comes in. I mean, money comes in, money goes with it. So it's just like sometimes it does suck if you have a. It does make sense that you'd be a little annoyed if you have a whole bunch of loot and you need to bring it back and somebody messes your world up before you get home. However, there's always
Right
next time, and you're not missing out anything next time by not succeeding this time. So it's a pretty fun game. But once you get into that mentality with it, it becomes a lot easier, or a lot less stressful anyways. But I highly recommend playing Arena because it takes away the anxiety of, is this person gonna mess with me while I'm doing my thing? It takes that
Yeah, that's the
anxiety
point.
away, right? And it's literally just, no, you're in combat. Like, get it. So, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. It's a good time. It is fun. Other than that, what else? Hopefully this internet's fixed. We reran.
Dedicated wham.
Yeah. Some Ethernet lines, so we're bypassing the switch and everything and just ran it directly to the router, so hopefully.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yep. Cut out like 7 times last week. Shit drives me crazy when it does that. So
Ugh.
if it works good, then I'll be a happy camper. So that's my week in a nutshell. Bum 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 bum. Let's pass
Shit.
the ball off to, I don't know, whoever wants to go. Somebody just go.
Go ahead, Mark.
No, Walker, you always go last.
Okay. For myself, we did play the arena. I finally, for the first time in my life, there was a little kid on. It was, so there was these people that had no clothes on. And so every person in the lobby took their outfits off. And we all running around naked. And this kid was like, "Would you guys leave me alone?" And no one would leave him alone. And then he started talking trash. So I'm trying to figure out the open mic thing. And I was like, "What the fuck you say to me, you little shit?" Finally got to use the inaugural ninja saying. And he was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Everyone's just fucking dying
Ninja's
laughing.
Catchphrase.
Yep.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit? Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Oh, it was amazing. I was like, I've been fucking waiting years to use that on somebody, and I finally got to. So that kind of pretty much made my whole entire week right there. I can't lie. Yeah. Other than that, though, I didn't do too much gaming. I think really only Saturday was the only, other than the arena.
Yeah, you kind of took a break.
Other than the arena, Saturday is the only other day, and me and Schroeder did a bunch of shit. No, Friday, I think. I think it was Friday. We did the whole entire that skull.
Oh, a couple tall tales.
No, it was like that. Like where the whole entire quest thing was
Reveal?
full.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Yeah, we grabbed one of, what is that lady's, what is her guild or whatever?
The
ghost
I know
lady?
Yeah.
The ghost lady in the damn
I think we had
these games.
20. I think we had like 24 skulls on our boat.
It was insane.
It was something stupid.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was
and then
one
I
mission
watched.
too. It was one mission that literally was like filled the whole damn.
Yeah, the
circle.
whole entire quest thing was full
Couldn't
off of
believe
one
it.
mission from her.
Couldn't believe it. But it
So
ended
that
up
was
being
fun.
what, like 60,000?
Yeah, it was a lot.
So, our boat
Yeah,
was
we went to
probably
go. We
shining.
went to roll up on a ghost galleon, and we're sitting there. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I think it's sinking. And so we get closer to it. Sure as shit, the boat sank. All the treasure went to the top of the ocean. I was like, oh, that was easy. So that was funny. And then I watched The Last Dance on Netflix. The Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan's documentary, the 30 for 30 for ESPN. It's on Netflix now.
Is it?
It's actually phenomenal.
I
There
mean,
was
all those 30 for 30s are fantastic from what I've seen. I have I think a box set of the original 30.
That's awesome. Like it's really good. It's in terms of like documentaries, it's done perfect. So basically, the premise of it, The Last Dance, was their 1998 season that the coach had dubbed The Last Dance because the GM basically told the team, hey, this is your last year together. I'm rebuilding the team next year. No real context as to why. He just like, you guys won 5 championships. Fucking, I'm rebuilding next year. Fuck you guys. It's pretty much what it came down to, and everyone's like, okay, well, whatever. Okay, I guess make the best of the season. And then it keeps going back and forth between all the different championships. And then they interview Michael Jordan, the players, everything like that, and like all the drama and everything that came with the Chicago Bulls, and diversity and things along those lines. Like, there was a time, if you guys recall, so the Bulls won 3 championships, 90, 91, 92, 93. Michael Jordan retired, came back, and then they won 96, 97, 98. And then they actually talked about it. There was a thing that, well, why did Michael Jordan leave after winning 3 championships when he's in his prime? And the conspiracy is because Michael Jordan's he's obsessed with gambling. He's got a really bad gambling problem that he was betting on his own games.
Oh.
And it was either he gets arrested because you can't bet on your own sport.
Yeah,
and you can't throw games.
That's
things
what
like
Pete Rose got banned from the MLB for.
Yeah, because then it came into, okay, there's certain games that Michael Jordan purposely threw in the 1993 season so he could win money, and the conspiracy is that the commissioner told him to retire for 18 months because that's the length of time for all of the gambling debt and everything to kind of go away. And then once it all goes away, come back. And so they actually talk about that. They say that's not true at all, but then they have a bunch of like people that they actually interview people who actually think that was a legit thing. It was really good. They talk about Scottie Pippen going to WCW. That was in the middle of their NBA finals.
Really?
I didn't know that. Yeah. After they won a game, no, they lost a game, and then that night, Dennis Rodman disappeared, and then the following day he showed up on WCW with Hulk Hogan. The team was pissed.
Oh, I would be too. And again, it's Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. And so they talk about that, and then they just shit talk wrestling, and it was funny. And then they ended up coming back to win the next game, and he was just like, see, I can do whatever I want. I could get drunk, fuck bitches, and I can come back and I can still be one of the best players in the league.
I can be best friends with a North Korean dictator. Like, no big deal.
So, but it's probably one of the best documentaries I've ever watched in my life. So, if you haven't seen it, even if you don't really like basketball, you know who the Chicago Bulls are. You know who Michael Jordan is. Mm-hmm. So, it's really, really, really interesting. There's 10 episodes. It's 45 minutes an episode. So.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're now mini-series and not 45-minute documentaries. Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 individual, because it played on ESPN over the course of the first closing of Dave, and it was every Sunday. I didn't realize it was 10 weeks long. I didn't think it was. So I'm assuming they played 2 episodes back to back. But that's pretty much all I did. What about you, Mark?
Played a bunch of Death Stranding. Yeah, that's pretty much been my game this week. I think I'm close to finishing it. Who really knows? But I'm not there yet. So I'll let you know if I do end up finishing it. But right now I'm trying to not do deliveries as much and more so just set up like zip lines and other infrastructure to make my job easier. Yeah, well, I've had them for a while, but I've never actually used them to their full extent. And then I got to a region that's covered in snow primarily, and you got to do a large section of the game within that snow region, and it's just a bitch to traverse on anything. So using zip lines really makes that job a bit easier.
Who needs to touch the ground when you got zip lines?
Exactly. Like, able to carry so much shit and just do it in like fucking 2 or 3 minutes to make a delivery. Like, it's so much easier.
Would you say, Schroeder?
It says the floor is made of lava.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it sort of kind of is when you got the BTs hanging around.
Yeah, that area is covered in BTs everywhere. It rains all the time, or snows/rains all the time. So it's just not an area you want to be in for an extended period of time.
What is there, an excess of buttered toast down there?
Yeah.
The BTs? I need to play this game, or at least watch the spoil it for myself.
You don't spoil it for yourself. Play the game. It's really good.
Okay.
I like it quite a bit. I would definitely recommend it. But it's some people may not like it. Who really knows?
Oh yeah, no, a lot of people hate it. And it's understandably so.
But I don't know. I know I really enjoy it, and enough that I'm able to get through this shit and still play it now. Like, there's definitely a point where I had to take a break from playing it because it just got too much.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm okay right now, at least.
Yeah, it is the same for 40 hours. It's the same goddamn shit.
Pretty much.
No matter what, they just add stuff to it to make that shit easier.
Or more difficult.
Yeah, or more difficult.
Based on my situation. Whenever you get closer to the end of the game, like, or middle of the game, who knows? It gets more and more difficult, but easier at the same time.
Well, have you gotten to the West Coast yet?
It's on my map, but like,
okay. All right. So
I'm
I
not
would say
that far yet. I don't believe.
I would say you're probably like 60%.
Yeah, I've been in the snow region for a few hours already, probably about 4 or 5. So getting that part finished, I believe. I don't know. Again, it's beautiful. Would recommend if you haven't tried it. What else did I do this week? I watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Let's Do the Time Warp Again.
Nice.
A remake from, I want to say, 2016 of
Really?
the original Rocky Horror Picture Show. If you're familiar with it and you like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, don't watch this remake. It's not good. In general, if you're interested in the title at all, don't watch the remake. It's terrible. Just watch the old one with all of the audience cues and all that shit, and you'll have a lot more fun. Like, it's
With Meatloaf.
Yeah, like the old one has so much more charm than I would say the remake. Like, the remake was just not sexual and raunchy enough, and that was definitely a part of the movie, like of the original movie, and just really
Wasn't it? Was this the one they played on TV though? Is that why it wasn't as sexual? I don't remember
Very
if this is the
well
one they played on
might be.
TV.
Probably.
I know they did one.
If there was
Yeah,
one that was
probably.
produced, if there was one that was actually produced for TV, then no. There's no way that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was, because that had Adam Lambert in it. Was that the one
Yeah.
you watched? Yeah, that was that one. Yeah, that came on TV. I never actually watched the whole thing. I just watched pieces of it, but yeah, that came out on TV. It was part of their. They've been doing like musicals live,
makes a
did,
lot more sense.
like Rent. They did Sound of Music, Hairspray.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense that it was made for TV, because like the original just had a lot more. I don't know. If you're familiar with the movie, you know exactly what
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, I never fully watched this one. I only fully watched the original. I only watched clips of the new one.
But it's nice that Tim Curry still has a part in it. I know that it's a movie from 2016, but I heard that G4 was coming back around,
Yes.
and I was watching some good old Attack of the Show reruns, and they're like, "Oh yeah, did you hear that Rocky Horror Picture Show is having a remake?" And I was like, fuck it, let's watch it. It's only an hour and a half, and yeah, first half of the movie was good. Second half, it was just disappointing.
G4 is coming back.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, G4 is
Supposedly,
coming back
yeah.
next year. They did a whole teaser thing on the Twitter accounts back. Same with the X-Play Twitter accounts back, up and running.
Neat.
Oh, I'm so excited. There's no point for G4 anymore, but I'm so excited. But with Cops off the air, that's like 80% of their programming. So like, what are they gonna do?
Bro, it's gonna come back.
Sure.
Cops is gonna come back.
Actual gaming
All that
content.
stuff is gonna come back. But yeah, the fact that G4 is its own thing is pretty dope too, though.
So Walker, you weren't familiar with G4 when I put it in the text chat.
When you had said it, like I didn't. I'm like, okay, G4 is this like an energy drink? Like no, it's G Fuel. And then
Close enough.
and then I'm thinking about it, I'm like G4. It was a gaming, and I looked
Tech TV.
like I've never actually watched. I thought about it. I know I've heard the name, but I never watched it.
Oh,
I might have,
that
maybe not though.
that
I
was
can't
like
remember.
That was the place to get your gaming stuff for like the early to mid 2000s.
Was that where you went to watch that, like Wipeout, the Japanese version?
No, that was Spike TV.
Oh, Spike.
That was Spike on that had that one. Okay.
G4 did have a lot of like crossover between old.
Oh yeah, they did have
Kung
a
Fu
American
stuff.
Ninja Warrior.
Oh yeah, the Ninja Warrior and American Ninja Warrior. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they had it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, they had one of the things I remember is they had a lot of advertising that played around with like old kung fu movies mixed with like redubbed and
Oh,
made
yeah.
with really cool like West Coast
Okay, so maybe-
hip hop beats and stuff.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, because I could have swore that there was some kind of like Japanese-ish things on that. I'm like, maybe not though.
They
But okay, maybe
definitely
that's-
played.
They
What was it, like Legend of the Drunken Master or something?
Yeah. And also, you remember that whole time when Marvel did those anime-inspired superhero movies? Like there was an Iron Man one
No.
that they used a Japanese studio. They weren't good.
I do
They
not
were
recall
originally
them.
on G4. That's where they were first broadcast.
That
no,
is neat.
G4 was like my childhood.
Yeah, me too. I watched it quite a
remember
bit.
I remember every year for E3, we would rent the cable box from Adelphia Cable,
There you go.
and we would go into the mall. We would rent it for like a month, and then return it just so I can watch E3.
That's what my parents used to do when I wanted to watch WrestleMania.
That we did that for WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. When,
Good old black
WrestleMania-
box.
WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam. We didn't do Survivor Series.
Yep, no me neither. Yep, the good old black box.
Yep.
And then the first 2 days, you had every single channel,
Oh,
including Cinemax. Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, I remember watching
That's how
those.
I became a man.
Yep. 11 o'clock at night, man. That's when the fun began.
Yep.
The good old soft core. Nothing too bad, but
No, hey,
that's
man.
when I saw my first boobies live.
Yeah, it's better than looking at the Sears catalog.
Live.
That's true. It's better than dial-up. Just put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Waiting 8 years for a picture to load.
Oh man, the image is coming. Oh, I see something.
Kids nowadays don't. Kids
Nice.
nowadays do not get that. I was
No, not at
I
all.
was talking to a
Different
parent
time.
one day about like internet speeds, and I was like, yeah, I remember, back in the dark ages, we're waiting line by line.
Yep.
For like a picture, and the child was like, "What do you mean?" And I look at the kid, I'm like,
How
What
you
do you
mean?
mean?
you know, a dot matrix printer, and the kid just looks at me like, "What the fuck is that?" And I go, "Yeah." It's like, imagine waiting 8 minutes for your meme to load. Oh, that sounds terrible. No, it was great.
It was the future, kid.
Was
Yeah, I remember
Future.
when my parents got the 1 meg DSL.
Oof.
Man, I was fucking downloading songs left and right. I was the fucking
Napster
CD
has
king.
never been used
The
more.
CD king.
I had girls be like, "Hey, make me a mixed CD." Done, baby. I got you.
Give me a
There
list
you go.
for lunch.
Make me a CD. Okay. Fucking. And then I
Yeah,
discovered.
bitch.
When I discovered BitTorrents. Oh my God, uTorrent.com. I was
Pirate
Bay,
Bay.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Pirate Bay, yeah. That was a
Yeah.
godsend right there. Fucking whole
Those are the
CDs instead of individual songs was done.
Oh, but you have to be careful, especially when you're using something like LimeWire. Because you'd go to download the latest, I don't know, fucking Fall Out Boy album, and all it was just 13 tracks of Bill Clinton saying, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman."
Nope.
Because
LimeWire.
you never knew. It
The
was
o-
a gamble.
LimeWire, the only system that you could get the paid version for free because you could download it. I remember I discovered that too, and I'm like, is that LimeWire Pro really? Sure as shit, it was the full thing. You downloaded that for free, even though you're supposed to pay for it. That was good times, man. Oh, and then I started.
That's it's funny because I actually listened to a podcast today about BitTorrent and all of BitTorrent.
That's funny.
It's man, it brought me back. It brought me back to my days of not paying for games because I was a shit child that didn't have money.
You son of a bitch.
What was my processor? A Core Duo, I think that's what I had at the time. I think that was an Intel Core Duo processor. Yeah, Intel Core 2 Duo.
Yeah,
that was
I
the
remember
fucking
those.
shit back then, man.
Yeah, it was.
Yo, I had a fucking E-machines at the time. Let's go.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
E-machine. I remember when I bought some RAM for it, upgraded it to 4 gigs of RAM. Like fucking, it was running like the greatest machine ever at the
We'll
time.
never need anything else.
Nope.
Yeah,
This
when would you
computer
ever
never
need
goes
more
out of date.
RAM? Yeah.
And I upgraded it with a 16 times CD DVD burner.
You got all the CDs, that's storage, that's unlimited storage right there. You put everything on CDs, you're good.
Oh, that was.
You look over,
I
you got like
remember with
6
my-
reams, you're ready.
Yep.
I remember my Dell XPS that I had.
Oh, there you
I
go.
remember getting Call of Duty 2 for my birthday, the special edition on PC, because I really wanted it, and being so disappointed because the special edition was only on DVD and I had a CD drive on there. I was butthurt. Had to go up to Best Buy or Circuit City. I can't remember which one we went to. Picked up that and my mom installed it for me. I was like, sick. Let's play Call of Duty 2.
That's fucking awesome. Those was the days, man. I don't remember how many
Special
times.
edition had full FMVs. Had full clips from the History Channel. Let's go.
Fucking AOL dial-up sound. Welcome, you got mail.
You've got mail.
Let's fucking go.
Fucking AOL.
But yeah, that's all for my week.
I love you, Mark. James, you wanna talk with our Patreons right quick?
Yeah. Mad shoutouts to the people not pirating this podcast. Morgan and Jeffrey. Thanks, guys, for not going on to bittorrent.gov to download this podcast.
Thank you very much. It's much appreciated.
Thanks for not pirating the Patreon subscription.
Don't worry, we won't pull Metallica and sue or anything along those lines,
Yet.
causing the uproar.
Yet.
Fucking Metallica.
Yet.
I couldn't let Justin Timberlake's character from social media, no, not social media, social network.
Network.
Yeah, fucking let him have it. Good old Sean Parker, ass. Shame. And he was like, fuck Napster. I'm just gonna fucking partner with Mark Zuckerberg and own Facebook. Who cares?
There you go. Hey, I think I know which one was more profitable.
Yeah.
Napster.
Coming back, baby.
It's still out there. I think Napster actually. I
Yeah,
think it
Napster's
still is.
Napster is still a
Isn't
thing.
Napster owned by Best Buy?
Not
No,
anymore. They
we
had for
sold it
like
after like
6
2 months. Yeah.
Oh.
They're like, this is stupid. Because yeah, we had to push that. It was part of the content. Like, guys, do you want to have unlimited music for only this much a month? Well, guess what? You're buying a computer. Fucking sign up for Napster right now.
Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah. So, Napster. Yeah, Napster is still a thing. Apparently, Napster is doing a thing. When you sign up, you get to pick a charity, and Napster will donate to that charity.
Nice. Is it like a Spotify type monthly?
Yeah, oh, yeah. I love when you Google Napster, and the first thing that pops up is Napster Home. Rhapsody is now Napster. Same digital music service, 100% legal.
Oh, it's awesome.
21 years old.
Well,
is
man,
its initial release. Its stable release is 17 years old.
that's funny. Well, it's like it's like Walker was saying, man. We used to push it, and it's like,
Yep.
like you said, they have the computer, they got the accessories, they got all the other stuff, and then you're like, hey, you want Napster? And the common reaction was, the music pirating software?
Yeah,
Like,
they're like, what?
wait, what?
Oh my god.
You guys have a deal on that or something?
Like,
Holy
no, we promise
shit.
it's legal. It's 100% legal. It's not pirated. And that's what everyone's thought was about that.
So, hold on. Hold the phone. So I'm looking on the Wikipedia article for Napster, and I scroll down and it links to fucking Kazaa.
Oh,
Oh my
Kazaa.
god, I haven't heard that in like 20
Kazaa.
years.
It's like just
Well,
turning pages
more than that, but-
backwards. You just,
Yep.
Mhm.
Good old fucking bear share.
Christ.
That's a good shit.
Fair share.
Thank you for that. Sorry for making you go deaf.
F's in chat.
Yes. Let's get into some news. So I got a bunch of movie news coming our way. So we did have Comic-Con, and there's not really much other than a lot of fucking delays and a lot of delays indefinitely. So before we get into that, Brie Larson was interviewed because obviously she's still Captain America. You saw that comment.
Yep, I did.
And she had said that she is pushing very hard to become Samus in the live-action Metroid movie.
Oh god, fuck off.
So
They don't need to make a live action Metroid movie.
we'll see what happens. We'll
I mean, I
I-
don't see it.
yeah. Brie Larson though, she's got an emotional range of a bag of potatoes, so I don't know if she'd fit very well.
She can be good. She's just not good as Captain Marvel.
No, not at all. We got a date for Sonic the Hedgehog 2,
Yeah, we do.
April 2022.
Best movie of that year.
It's gonna be awesome.
Is set to be released. So that is huge. Also, coming fresh off of Comic-Con, we got some more news. Another live-action gaming movie coming soon. Mega Man.
What? I'm
Yes.
sorry?
Yep. Fresh off the heels of good old E3, Mega Man live action. It will be coming. Later in August, the directors who have been assigned will have more news on the movie and let you know what direction that it is going.
Well, if they don't do a thing from like, what was it, Mega Man 8, where it's Dr. Light talking to Mega Man and goes, gotta go talk the Wowie, Mega Man. These seem to be energy resources.
We'll see.
Fuck.
During the interview, Joseph Gordon-Levitt was there, along with the two directors. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt, if you're not familiar who he is, he played Robin in The Dark Knight Rises, as well as a bunch of other different movies. He is rumored to play Mega Man. So, yeah. So we shall see how that goes. But yeah, it's something I guess they've been working on for some years now, and it has now officially been confirmed.
Huh.
Gaming live action movies, we're just missing one, and you all know which one that is.
I don't know. What one is it?
Good old Mario.
It's not gonna be live action. They can't do a live action Mario. For the fuck's sake, they can't do it.
They can.
They can.
They can't do it.
They fucking
They can do a Mega Man and
they
a...
do it.
Fucking... Well, apparently Illuminations is the company that's working on a live action Mario movie.
Yeah.
Are they?
And they only make Minions trash.
So we'll see.
Minions are gold too. What do you mean? Trash. There's an icon of a generation there.
Listen.
Man.
Listen.
If they can make a
Listen.
Samus, a Metroid, and Mega Man movie,
Right.
they can make
They're
a
talking
Mario.
about making a
Listen.
damn.
Hold the fuck. No. Hold the fuck up.
What?
Hold the fuck up.
What?
All right. Did you say that Minions was
Yeah.
a thing of a generation?
Yeah. You know what's so funny? I remember
'Cause I'm happy.
years,
No,
bros.
I still
years.
fucking burned in my mind. Go fuck off.
Probably,
You know why.
probably 4 or 5. Maybe not that long. Probably. I shouldn't say years, but 3 or 4 years before a Minion ever even hit the big screen, there were advertisements at Tinseltown for it. Because I used to work
I remember
there.
that.
Tell you what, man, I used to love working at the movie theaters. Always being ahead of the times of what the hell's coming out.
Like what was coming out and shit.
Yeah. But if they can make Akira, aren't they making a live action Akira?
I think it's been delayed or canceled.
God, do you think
But no,
that's going to
they
be any
can't.
good?
It's not gonna be. No, it's gonna be terrible.
I think so. How are they going to do that?
Exactly. How are they?
Wouldn't
gonna
that
do
be
Canada?
cool? You know how they could do it. That would make it really cool. If they were to take, could you imagine an anime where they actually took live action and combined it with anime? Think of
so like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but with anime instead of like 1940s cartoons.
Right.
Yeah.
But more stylized, like way more stylized. That
I
would
can
be-
see that.
That'd be a
Like,
really cool way of doing it, just blending the two together. Because
Like,
Akira would be a neat one to do that with, actually.
Sin City,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
if you're familiar with
Right.
those.
Right.
Yeah. Sin City was the same, but with a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking cool.
That's how they could do Mario. It'd be like Paper Mario meets
The real world.
the real
Well,
world.
okay, so then you're just doing the fucking Super Mario Bros. Super Show, minus Captain Lou Albano, and that's already perfect.
That is pretty perfect.
That is the
You're not
perfect
wrong.
TV show.
That is up there.
We did talk about G4 TV obviously returning in 2021. There will be a preview of it coming later this year and full-fledged next year. It's most likely going to be all online, not an actual channel like on cable, because most people don't have cable anymore. So something you stream. And now to kind of more disheartening news, not really disheartening, but a very large slew of postpones. So
Let's do it.
we were expecting next year to have the next Avatar. All the Avatars have now been pushed back. Avatar 2 will not be released until December 2022. Avatar 3 will be released December 2024. Avatar 4, 2026. Avatar 5, 2028. And yes, that is literally the sequence of how they're being filmed. And they're filming every single one right now. Well, they were. But, as well as, you know how they were saying they're taking a little hiatus from Star Wars, and then a year later they were going to have a new Star Wars? So now I would consider this a hiatus. Star Wars, the new series, have been delayed. December 2023, 2025, and 2027 is when the next set of Star Wars movies will be released. Those have been delayed, along with a couple other movies that have been delayed. So one of the big live action movies that they were coming out with this year was Mulan. It was their next
Oh yeah, I read about this.
their next slew in, not their next slew, their next adventure into the original live action movies. Mulan was supposed to release on August 21st. Now it has been delayed indefinitely. Disney has completely removed Mulan from the release calendar, and after talking with the spokesperson, there is no date in the foreseeable future as to when it'll be released.
Probably once all this stuff with Dave is calmed down.
Yeah, so we'll probably have something there soon, like in months to come, but as of that, it has been delayed indefinitely, along with Tenet. Also a movie that's been pushed, two more sets of movies that have been pushed back. The next Spider-Man movie, we were supposed to receive that May of 2021, sorry. Now it won't start filming until December 2021.
Wow, shit.
Yes, so that has been pushed back an entire year. Biggest piece is that Tom Holland was already supposed to have filmed and being completed with Uncharted, and because of that movie being delayed, and then with Dave happening, delaying it even more, unfortunately they have not even had a chance to even begin preparations for Spider-Man. A Quiet Place 2 was supposed to release next month as well. For those who aren't familiar with it, it's Emily Blunt and dude from The Office.
John Krasinski.
John Krasinski. It's his movie. If you haven't seen The Quiet Place, it's actually really good. Basically, they're in a post-apocalyptic world where they have to be quiet. Any noise summons these creatures that come and eat your face off.
That movie actually looked really cool.
Yeah, it was actually
I've
phenomenal.
Seen some previews for it. It looks.
So Quiet
savage.
Place 2 has been delayed until 2021, as well as a much anticipated, was it 30 years in the making? Top Gun Maverick has been delayed until December 2021.
Fuck.
Yeah. Along with the delays, Christopher Nolan was like, okay, so you delayed Tenet indefinitely. You're gonna release it on VOD, right? He came back, absolutely not. Why would a movie like Tenet go to VOD when a movie like Wonder Woman won't go to VOD either? He's basically comparing it to a Marvel or DC Universe movie where neither one of those companies are going to release those direct to video.
Well, they're both idiots.
Yeah. So he says this is a very high profile movie, and he will not change or refrain from his stance and will not release it on VOD no matter what. The last piece that I have, there is one movie that said, fuck it, we're coming to VOD, baby, and we're coming right at you. Screw the other movies, screw everything else. Good old Bill and Ted Face the Music. Good old Keanu Reeves
Hell
coming in
yeah.
clutch. They came to him and said, hey, do you want to delay this movie, or do you want to release it on VOD? And Keanu Reeves said, fucking let the world see it.
Let's do this.
Good.
I cannot wait to see this movie.
Yeah, most definitely.
So he was
It's
like, let
either
the
going
world
to
see it,
be-
and let's go.
It's either going to be fantastic or just such a bad movie that's really entertaining.
Oh, yeah. So that will be released to VOD September 1st. It was supposed to release the beginning of August, but they have pushed it back so they could switch it into not the dialogue, but the format to put it directly on demand. So thank you, Mr. Reeves. You are a beautiful man. No, you're beautiful.
Massive jeans.
So yeah, so that is the only movie that said, fuck you guys, we're coming out. And they're not scared to release it, so hopefully other movies finally get their senses and like you kind of got to do this at this point, honestly. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Trolls 2 was a success in theory, and we'll see how Bill and Ted does. So I think other companies should eventually start following suit. Unfortunately, I know a lot of them are stubborn. Like, Disney's not going to release Black Widow on VOD, and DC's not going to release Wonder Woman.
But they should, though. There's no risk to it.
No, there's not. You released it into theaters that are open, and then you release it to VOD for everybody else. Because say things do get better, there's still going to be people that aren't going to want to go outside.
Exactly.
So either way, you're taking a hit.
This thing has created such a paradigm shift. It's insane.
Yep.
It's insane.
But hey, Universal showed people that you could be successful without having to go to the movie theater, and that's why AMC said, "Fuck you, Universal. We're never playing your movies again." And then Universal's like, "Okay," which I thought was the greatest move. They didn't even care that Universal was like, "Oh, they're not? Okay."
They're too busy swimming in money. They can't hear them.
They're like, "Oh, what's that? All I hear is Trolls 2 cashing the checks. Sorry. Oh, what's that? Another $20? Okay. Oh, 3 days later? Oh, your son bought Trolls 2 12 days in a row for $20? Oh, what's that? What's that, AMC? Yeah, okay." Obviously, Bill and Ted won't have that same effect on little kids, but just as
they'll have it on our parents.
Exactly.
Yeah. Honey, let's watch Bill and Ted again. Yeah, let's do it. Another $20.
I've honestly never seen the original two. I need to see them. I need to watch both of them. I know the memes and I've seen the memes and stuff, but I've never watched the other two.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I've never seen the original two.
What a chooch.
Colonel Mustard. Bro.
I need to watch them.
Yeah, they're good.
Really do.
They're really good, man. Especially the bogus adventure. Oh, with death. Fucking. It's a good one. Data. Yeah.
I know Jeremy Miller. He loves those movies too.
Oh,
I need to watch them. I really do. That's all I got for movie news. Before we get to Microsoft's showcase, and then I'll do my news before that as well. Anybody else got any non-Microsoft stuff? You got some stuff, James?
Yeah, I have a few things. Well, we can turn back the little clock, or to flip the thing back to 0 when it comes to days. Joe Rogan has since Joe Rogan's pissed off a lot of people.
Oh my God, I've seen this.
Oh, he pissed off a lot of people.
He pissed off the entire gaming world.
Yeah,
what
he
did he do?
did. Oh,
I
he
missed
said
this.
that gaming's basically a waste of time.
Yep.
Okay,
He
Dad.
said he'd be going out and getting a dojo, and
Okay, Dad.
playing,
Jesus.
practicing for 3 years and become, like a professional, like, jiu-jitsu fighter and,
Hey.
That kind of stuff. And I just think, I'm watching this clip and I go, yeah, but you could do the same thing with games.
Yep.
I could
Basically-
spend
Or
3
anything.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
I could spend 3 years perfecting my, well, I don't need to because I am the best in the world, but someone could spend, 3 years perfecting the craft of playing Power Rangers Battle for the Grid and come in second and be the second best player in the world.
Yep.
Right.
Behind me, of course.
Right.
Because I'm the best.
Yeah, basically he was saying that you're wasting your time and your life trying to
jeez.
become a gamer when you can be doing something else.
He said it in a little bit of a more Joe Rogan way.
Yeah.
Like saying, like, yo, video games are fun. It's dangerous. Because of how much fun they are. You could just lose your life to them.
And essentially you just wasted 3 years of your life doing nothing. Is pretty much what he's saying.
I remember as a kid, at one point, somebody told me that either cats or dogs, one of the two, they can't see the image on a TV.
Well, definitely not dogs, because dogs can see that shit. And
Yeah, so can cats.
Yeah,
So-
cats can too.
So I don't know where that knowledge or where that came from in the first place, but I remember that sticking with me for some reason. Maybe that was the first time I truly smelled bullshit. Either way, if you think about it though, if there was no screen, if there was no image on that screen, imagine if the animal really did look at you and the screens were always blank. Like what would that look like? You know what I mean? So I do see what he's saying, but then again, you can say that the same thing with what he's doing. Like, okay, Mr. Rogan, you are becoming a kung fu master for what reason? So I think he's going to be sitting on the John. He's sitting on the toilet, and he's going to be like, wait a minute. fuck, I shouldn't have said it
Yeah,
like that.
What are you doing? You're wasting your life being a podcaster.
Right.
Yep.
Like when you could go out, you could be out there.
Yeah, I don't think he meant it that
honing
way.
a craft.
I know, but
But yeah,
he's gonna
Joe-
realize
Joe-
it. He's
Joe
gonna be like,
Rogan-
"Fuck, that's not what I meant to
The
say."
more and more I see of Joe Rogan, the
Well,
more I see of the worst kind of person.
really?
A man who knows a little about a lot
Yeah.
and thinks that he's an expert.
Yeah, he made, especially the
He does
the
do
streamers who make a living like out of this. That even though that's a very hard thing to do, but at the same time, the streamers who became streamers, they didn't become it overnight. Like Ninja, for example,
No.
he was playing video games like competitively since he was 13, and now he's 27, and he only got big. What was it, 2.5 years ago? So there was 10, 11 years that it took him to get to that level of constant gaming.
But I don't think
Yeah.
that's what he's referring to because of the way he said it. Like if you,
No,
in the
he's-
context of which he said it was you have to be careful with those because you can lose your life into them. So I think it does sound bad, but I think what he is referring to is he's not referring to the people that are trying to make a living out of it. And he's not referring to the people that are aware of that, what comes with it. But there are people out there that are just like, oh, I'm gonna give this a try, and then they literally get. You guys see what happens to me.
Yeah.
You get completely consumed by it, and I think he just
But
It
I mean,
was
like,
misspoke
it was
that
just when he
expression.
said that it was like, well, you could play video games or you could go learn how to do karate and open your own gym instead. Like that was, so which one do you want to do? Do you want to waste your time playing video games, or you want to open a gym and make money that way?
But
And that was,
also,
people were like, well, that was kind of a dick thing to say.
what right does
Yeah.
what fucking right does Joe Rogan have to basically shame people on what
Yep.
they enjoy doing?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
I
and that's
mean,
another thing you got
yeah,
people
if
are mad
you
about.
want
Definitely how it came
if
out.
you want to spend your life being,
Elon Musk.
someone who just playing games, oh, Elon Musk, he's fucking, oh, he's something else.
I know.
right now.
I know.
But, like, what right does he have to say how someone should live their life? If you want to live your life, if you want to just play games for your entire life, fuck it. It's not a smart decision, but go for it. I don't care.
Yep.
He's not the kind of person that should be giving life advice. It's
Yeah.
Joe fucking Rogan, okay? I'm
Yeah, so
not
a lot of
gonna
people-
take life advice from that man, from Mr. Clean.
Yeah, he was trending #1 worldwide on Twitter for like a day and a half.
Oh yeah,
Everyone was
people
just
been-
like shitting on him.
This is like the second time this month that he's been trending worldwide on Twitter because people have been dunking on him.
Yep.
Oi.
What a fucking joke.
I saw that earlier too.
Yeah, I don't have that in my notes. Another thing I don't have in my notes that is pretty newsworthy. Hey, there was a big old leak. Big
Oh,
old
yeah.
leak recently of a bunch of old Nintendo games. The source codes got leaked. So one of the big things, like we saw things from like Star Fox 2. We saw some beta stuff for Yoshi's Island and Super Mario World. But probably the most. Oh, and also we saw some beta stuff for Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. But probably the most important thing was the stuff that leaked for Super Mario 64. Okay, so, all right. Are you guys familiar with L is Real 2401?
Negative.
Okay, so you guys have all played Super Mario 64. Literally everyone on the planet has.
Yeah.
So in the courtyard, right over by the Boo, where you go into like the Boo area, there's that fountain with a star on it.
Yeah.
And there's a little plaque on it. Well, the writing, if you get close enough, you can sort of kind of make out the words L is Real 2401. And what a lot of people thought is after you collected, I think some people were saying after you collected 2,401 coins in the game, Luigi became available. Or all this kind of stuff. Because we saw in early beta builds well, we heard like about Shigeru Miyamoto talking and stuff about Luigi being in Super Mario 64, or was planned to. So everyone was saying Luigi is in Mario 64. Well, he's not. He's not in the game.
Nope.
That is until 24 years and 1 month later, after the game was released, they found fucking Luigi in the source files, in the source code of Mario 64.
That's awesome.
24 years and
2401.
2401. You can't make this shit up. 4chan/V. I try to stay as far away from 4chan as possible. But I was so enthralled that I went onto the /V forums on there. Oh my god, it was like hourly. There was just new shit coming on. Like, oh, here's his mustache. Here's his hat. Here's his eyebrows. You know, all this stuff just slowly coming in. Pictures of it. And everyone's like, holy shit, this is the raddest thing. It is real. L is real. Oh my god, just seeing that over the past like day and a half. Oh, it's been an experience that I'm so happy I lived to see.
How many is it a lot of different games, or I mean?
It was a few different games, few high profile games. So, Star Fox. Oh, we also got uncompressed audio files too. So now we have Mario saying "So long, gay Bowser" in uncompressed audio. Yeah, let's take a look. It's the Nintendo Giga Leak. Okay. So, okay, so we got things like, Super Mario Kart, Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, Yoshi's Island. There are some N64 games. Yeah, Star Fox 2. Actually, one of the developers for Star Fox 2, went onto Twitter. Someone posted a screenshot of one of the dev tools for it, and the developer that actually made that system was like, "The fuck? Where did you guys find this?" Yeah, unused things for like Luigi assets in Super Mario World.
There's one that says that.
Old Yoshi.
There's one that says there's a this is an actual unused character graphic asset of Luigi giving the player the middle finger. That was found within the source files of Super Mario World dated 1989.
Yeah. Yeah, original Super Mario 64 beta screenshots.
That's funny.
High-res art. It's crazy. There's apparently a lot of really high-res art for Legend of Zelda stuff in the source code. There was stuff for some Pokemon that was leaked. There's a lot of stuff. It's crazy. Everything that leaked. And it's so interesting to look at everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's that.
Yeah, I am skimming through some of it. It is neat. The Zelda assets are neat.
They're so high res.
Look at that.
Well, would you look at that?
Look how far technology's come. And to think just a few, like, if doesn't remember the show Gumby?
Yeah, I remember Gumby.
Oh yeah, feels like it was just yesterday. Bob Ross followed by Gumby.
Good old PBS lineup.
Yep. Then you switch over to Fox and the Nanny's on.
Oh, fuck the Nanny. I hate Fran Drescher's
Followed by
voice.
Third Rock from the Sun.
It's like chalkboard to my soul. Nails on chalkboard to my soul. Hey, you guys like Rocket League, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Rocket League's fun.
Hey, it's becoming free to play.
It is.
This summer.
Are we already in this summer?
Yeah, later this summer.
Okay.
I thought it's free now.
I don't.
Fucking annoying.
I don't know.
Is it? I thought it was
Yeah,
free.
What am I
says-
gonna
it says
What am I gonna
first
get? Like a
first-
free hat or skin or something for paying for the game? Like
Yeah, I
they
know,
did for
right?
Team Fortress 2. Like fuck me.
So, hold on. Plus, anyone who has played Rocket League Online before the launch of free-to-play would be rewarded with Legacy status. This is from blog.playstation.com, which includes all Rocket League branded DLC packs released before free-to-play.
Oh, nice. You get
Established
something.
20XX title, which will display the first year that you played Rocket League. 200 plus common items upgraded to Legacy quality. Golden Cosmos boost. Desi Oro wheels, and Huntress player banner.
So
In
you did get
addition,
something.
if you played online before the announcement, you'll also receive the Faded Cosmos boost, the Legacy rewards. Will be granted once the free-to-play version launches later this summer.
And the reason why they're doing that is because it's their 5-year anniversary has happened, and they reached 75 million players.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's-
That's
and now
a
they
lot
have
of
that
players.
Epic money. They have that unlimited Epic funds.
The total sales figures. Wait 1 second here.
Bananas.
It was, 75 million players, 5 billion matches played, 29 billion goals have scored, and yeah, that was the 5-year anniversary, which is absolutely huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
5 billion games.
crazy. That's a lot, but hey, you know, it's fun and good on Psionics. I remember when I first played it. It was free on PlayStation Plus the day it came out, and I remember playing it for a little bit and just going, "Man, this game is going to be huge."
Yep.
It's like one of those things you could just tell right off the bat that it's going to be a big game. It's going to just pop off.
The most popular car is the Ronin GXT. I'm not sure what that is, but
It's a car.
the most popular limited time mode is Heat Seeker.
Oh yeah, Heat Seeker's fun. Or it's the one where when you hit the ball, it immediately starts going towards the goal, no matter which way you hit it.
Mm.
And then it's just back and forth, just going right towards the goal. Last thing of news that I have that doesn't involve the words Xbox involves Xbox. Sort of. Yakuza Like a Dragon, we got some news of Yakuza 7 Whereabouts of Light and Darkness. This is a part of IGN's Comic-Con at Home. So, Yakuza Like a Dragon is coming to PS5. Definitely. And it will include an English voice dub option, which hasn't been in a mainline Yakuza game since the original Yakuza back on PlayStation 2, which featured Mark Hamill
Nice.
as Majima. It was revealed today that it will launch, or it was revealed as part of IGN's coverage. This is from IGN, by the way. IGN coverage of Comic-Con at Home. The game will arrive in November 2022, or 2020, for Xbox One, PS4, and PC via Windows Store and Steam. It will launch, it'll be a launch title for the Series X this holiday, and a PS5 version will release at a later date. And it's going to be $59.99 across all platforms. Now, what's interesting is the English voice cast that they announced. And there's some people that I don't really know. Kaji Tang is Ichiban. Kasuga, the main character. Andrew Morgado is Koichi Adachi. Greg Chun is Yu Naba. And Elizabeth Maxwell is Seiko Mukoda. But the main villain, the big bad, Masumi Arakawa, is going to be voiced by the man himself, George Takei.
Nice.
Shit.
So that's pretty cool. I'll never hear George Takei's voice because it sounds weird playing a Yakuza game in English. But it's cool to have him there.
Are you not gonna play it in English?
Oh hell no! I tried playing Judgment in English. That didn't fly, bud. That didn't fly for me, bud. It's just so weird. So pre-orders are now available. The Daiichi edition, which is $59.99, includes some stuff. There's the Hero edition, which is digital only, which includes extra stuff. And then there's the Legendary Hero edition, which is also digitally only, which includes other stuff. So I already pre-ordered my physical copy. Looks like we're going to spend another $90 on this fucking game. And then when the PS5 version, if I don't get an instant upgrade, I'm just going to have to buy it again. So I'm probably going to spend $200 on this. 200 and what would that be? Yeah, $200 on this game. So that would be neat. Do I have anything else? I don't have anything else.
How about you, Mark?
Until Xbox.
I got a few things. So Nintendo revealed in their yearly report a couple little bits of information. So we got the number of employees, their average age, their average years of service, and the average salary. Any of y'all trying to take some guesses on?
That's a really weird thing. Is this Nintendo of Japan or?
Yeah, Nintendo of Japan.
Like what the average salary is for an employee?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with salary first.
50,000.
A little higher.
65,000.
Bit higher still.
Fuck.
80.
$140,000.
Around 86,000 USD.
That's pretty
Nice.
comfortable, actually, to be a video
That
game
is.
producer.
Yeah.
Well, producers can make more money than that, but yeah, just working at Nintendo.
Just the average for working at Nintendo. That's really good.
So like anything.
Yeah.
Most people on average stay there for about 13.9 years.
Let me
Nice.
guess.
Wow.
43 is the average age.
Pretty close, 39.
No.
Oh, nice.
And then the number of employees. Not
3,000.
a good old like 2,400.
Oh,
No,
wow.
that's not bad.
How do you get on
Pretty
that
loud
train?
for a company that makes that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truth.
Being one of the
Yeah.
oldest companies in Japan.
That'd be awesome to work for Nintendo or any of those major corporations, Sony, fucking Microsoft.
Oh, I used to know the old Nintendo rep for this area. Well, used to. I still know her. She would tell me all these great stories about working for Nintendo. Like how she got to meet Shigeru Miyamoto. She
Shit.
went to the Seattle office one day, and she was walking around the campus, and she opened the door that thought that it was a like the boardroom where they were going to be meeting, and she accidentally walks into Miyamoto's office, and she goes, "Oh, sorry, my bad." And Miyamoto's like, "Don't worry about it, it's all good. Hey, come over here, let me show you some shit." And she got like, a nice cool picture with him.
Supposedly, his sister lives in Erie.
Who?
Because the president of Nintendo of America, not
Doug not
the one before that.
Not Reggie. Well, yeah, Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Yeah, because it was his brother-in-law came into Best Buy, and he was talking to me, and he saw my Nintendo tattoos, and he was like, "Oh my God, he would love this." I was like, "Who would love this?"
He would.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm married to a sister." I'm like,
What?
"Huh." Okay. And he ended up taking a picture of my
I
arm.
missed that, man.
So, because he said he comes to Erie for Thanksgiving every year, and he was like, "I'll see if you can come into Best Buy." And I was like, "It's a weird thing to lie about, but maybe he's telling the truth." I don't know. It's a really weird thing.
That's a really, really weird thing to lie about.
Yeah,
Be
so I'm like,
fucking
I'm
crazy.
married to Reggie Fils-Aimé's sister. Like,
Like-
who the fuck would lie about that?
Yeah, no. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I honestly don't feel like he would lie about that. 'Cause that's just a fucking curveball thing just to say, oh yeah, I'm the president of Nintendo's brother-in-law. You know how it goes.
Seems legit.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Well, if it comes in, it'd be awesome. He never came in, but
Mm-mm.
Next thing up that I got is Sea of Thieves is getting a free Halo-inspired Spartan ship set.
Yeah,
If you
boy.
log in
Forgot
time
about
from
that.
now until August 24th. Yeah, you just have to play for like 5 minutes and you'll get a bunch of Halo-inspired stuff.
Nice.
Pretty neat. Get it for free while you can.
I enjoy me some Halo.
it actually looks pretty cool. The pictures, if you haven't seen it.
Really pretty set. It kind of looks like the Athena set, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Or same color scheme, at least. Last thing that I have is a good old TV personality, Regis Philbin,
Oh,
has
right.
passed away
Yes.
at the
Sadly.
age of 88
Lord.
due to a supposed heart disease, as far as I know.
COVID.
Yeah, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire will
Yep.
always have a place in my heart.
Always.
That's all I gotta really say.
That your final answer? Yes.
Ah.
I'm terribly sorry, but you just won $1 million.
I saw on Twitter someone posted a clip of I think it was the very first person to win $1 million on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and it was a question of like, which U.S. president was featured in this one show, and it listed off a bunch of things, and the dude's like, all right, let me phone a friend. I'm gonna call my parents. I'm gonna call my dad. And his dad picks up the phone, like, hello, and Regis goes on the whole spiel of, your son's has a chance of winning $1 million. He needs your help. I'm gonna pass it over to him. And then the dude goes, hey dad, I don't need your help. I just wanted to say I just won $1 million. Because Richard Nixon was on this show. Final answer.
Thug life.
And Regis Philbin's like, shit, he was right.
Thug life.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I don't need your help.
That's
I just
that
want to let you
world
know. I actually
star.
know.
Drop the mic, put on his sunglasses, and walk the fuck out of there.
That's fucking awesome. That's hilarious.
Everyone, the entire audience popped
Just-
off super hard.
It just all exploded there.
I remember watching that show every Friday. I think that's when it was on. Something like that.
It was a very popular program.
TGI Fridays.
I
Yeah.
remember it.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Yeah, TGI Fridays on what was that?
ABC.
Yeah, ABC. ABC's
Yeah, because
TGI
you had
Fridays,
TGIF, baby.
Steve Urkel and then Full House and then what other shows.
Oh, yeah, and then after that, the next night you had Snick.
Yeah.
What more
Oh,
could you
yeah.
want out of life?
Yeah, this is a fucking night
You had
of
You had your bros
Memory
over,
lane.
you got some some fucking pizza, and
You got
yep,
some Pizza Hut pizza that had a PlayStation 1 demo disc in there, so
right,
before the show, you play some PlayStation 1 demos.
right,
I fucking had a CD case of fucking PlayStation demos.
right.
Good shit.
And then earlier that day, your mom took you to Blockbuster and you guys rented a couple games.
Fuck.
It was Eagle Video for me.
It
I
was,
lived in Girard, so I didn't have a
Starlight.
Blockbuster.
It was Starlight Video, then it was Block Video. Or, no, Hollywood Video.
Hollywood Video, dude. Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
God
The
damn.
nostalgia memory lane episode, ladies
I
and
know,
gentlemen.
we've had a couple of those moments.
I think there was
That-
still a Hollywood
That's all I got
Video.
for news.
I think there was still a Hollywood Video in Northeast for the longest time.
There is one Blockbuster still open. It's in Oregon.
Dang,
I'm
I'm gonna look right now to see if there's any open Hollywood videos.
Oh, probably not.
And it's gonna be right across the street from a Tops. 'Cause it was always right across the street from Tops.
That's so true. It got replaced with Family Video. A couple
You still
things.
go to Family Video every once in a while. Ain't
Oh
gonna lie.
yeah.
Like, last time, well, not this past time that I was really sick, but the time before that, I was sick for like a week, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna This is before the whole Dave fiasco happened. I waltzed my sick ass to the closest family video, and I was like, I'm just gonna rent a bunch of movies and a game or two, and that's what I'm gonna be doing for my sick time.
I like it. So before we get to the good old Microsoft showcase, a couple things here. So, the developer, the co-director of Final Fantasy VII Remake has confirmed that Part 2 isn't the reimagining is in full production right now. So, with that, me and James kind of talked about it a little bit. Yep. I won't get into super depth details, but a lot of people are taking the word when he said he can confirm the reimagining of the PlayStation Classic is in full development. So people are taking that word reimagining and basically seeing, why did he say reimagining? Are we not getting the same game, or are we getting a completely different story? So people are basically having a field day with that word. Why did he specifically use that reimagining? Are we not going to have the same game in the open world concept? It's going to be a different game. So people's minds are running crazy right now. So
halfway through disc 2 of it, it just turns into Final Fantasy 13-4.
Well, I think I saw a video where they were suggesting it was going to be a first-person rail shooter.
That makes sense.
It's going to turn into a Mega Man. Just Mega Man 1.
So, won't spoil it, but at the end of Final Fantasy, the remake...
Everyone who's really wanted to play it, that
they would have played it. So there's a character, aka his name is Zack.
And also the game is 20 fucking years old.
Yeah, that's true. So, if you haven't played Final Fantasy in some retrospect, then you haven't played Final Fantasy. Yeah. So there's a character, his name is Zack. Come to find out that Cloud actually has Zack's memories.
God damn it!
What?
Fucking just ruined it.
I know. Sorry, I fucking just ruined it.
Ruined it.
So he's got Cloud has Zack's memories, and in Crisis Core, you find out that Cloud got his Buster Sword from Zack, and it is rumored that Zack never actually dies in this game, which then would completely negate Final Fantasy VII, the original, Crisis Core, and basically every other Final Fantasy VII game.
He's the most dead.
So people are taking that. That is true. So people are taking that reimagining word and be like, okay, well, is Zack actually alive? Do they meet up somehow? Is what Cloud is doing in the future changing the past? It's basically Cloud creating a separate timeline. And so people are taking that. I'm like, okay, how do they do that?
Zack is the most dead. What next? They're gonna say Aerith is gonna live.
That would be some shit if she did.
Not gonna be turned into a shish kebab by Sephiroth.
We'll find out.
That would be interesting. Because real quick, there's really, I think, if I remember correctly, string theory has some really interesting concepts about things happening in the present or future that changes things in the past. It's a really interesting.
It could. It really could. So we'll see.
Not in Final Fantasy VII. All they need to do, literally the only thing they need to do, is just make the game pretty, and everyone will be happy.
Oh yeah.
Change shit.
Don't go reimagining the wheel, guys.
Don't need to be rocking the boat here.
Yeah.
Just fucking make it look gorgeous.
Yeah, that's all anyone.
That's the only. Yeah. You have one job. Just do that. Just make the game look good.
Give me more dart mini games, and I'll be happy. I'll be a happy boy.
Oh wait, no, bring the card game from 8 into it too.
Triple
there you go.
Oh, I played it enough in Final Fantasy 14. I don't need to.
It's in 14 as well. Triple Triad's fun. Is that what it's called? Triple Triad?
Great. Yeah, Triple Triad.
That game is fun.
Ghost of Tsushima is making some waves. It is the #1 best-selling, fastest-selling original game in PlayStation's history. It has sold 2.5 million copies in less than 3 days. Don't get that misconstrued. Go ahead, Schroeder.
I was just gonna say, I feel like it came out of left field. I had no idea about it.
Yeah.
Is this something that a lot of people knew about, or was this
Yeah,
it was there, but it wasn't like
nobody
heavily
was really anticipating it?
Yeah. Sony was sort of hyping it up for like 2 years ago, and then they kind of stopped hyping it up. It went radio silent for about a while.
And then they showed a trailer at E3, and then it was just kind of hidden under the radar, and then all of a sudden, boom! Here you go. It's like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, because no, they did the didn't they do?
Well, they talked about it at the Sony Let's Play.
Because wasn't it like 2 years ago they had the they had at E3, and everyone was butthurt because there was this white man playing on the pan flute, and everyone was super butthurt, and then everyone came to this guy's defense being like, this is one of only like 5 men that have mastered this instrument in the entire world.
Yep.
He just happens to be white. And then it went radio silent for a while. Then we saw that one trailer. I think it was at the Summer Games Fest. I think that was like the next real. No. Yeah, I think it was the Summer Games Fest. It was like the last trailer that we saw. We saw that trailer, and it was like, it showed like 15 seconds of a cutscene, and then it was like, see more at the PlayStation event tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, so we watch it, and then like, those were like the only 2 trailers.
Yep, that's what it was. So a lot of people were like, well, there's no way that's the best-selling game because it was Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 is a sequel. So it's the best original selling game in the history of the PlayStation.
Infamous.
Yes. So yeah, 2.5 million copies in just 3 days. A little sidebar too. I don't know if you knew this, James. So being stealthy in the game, I guess, changes the weather. So that's actually pretty good.
If you're more stealthy, there's more thunderstorms and rain. Because it gives the illusion that you're hiding and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, basically the more like of an assassin you are, it becomes foggy, rainy, and storms. If you're more active, then it's just sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no point of you hiding.
You have your little pan flute that can change the weather too. But that's beside the point.
GTA 5 Online and Red Dead Online are getting some massive updates. Red Dead is actually coming out on Tuesday. They are adding a Frontier Pursuit mode with new abilities, a new Outlaw Pass, and then another big update for GTA 5 will be coming out later this year. It's not said what that update is, but we will have more news soon.
I completely forgot that Red Dead 2 had an online mode.
Yeah, me too.
I completely forgot Red Dead 2 was a thing.
With that being said, where'd it go? I just had it. Sorry. Okay. Somebody from DC, or Warner Brothers, actually, I should say, has leaked the Arkham City franchise's numbers. So the entire Batman collection has sold 12.5 million copies and has grossed $600 million.
Wow.
It is unknown where this has come from, but it was leaked to PC Gamer from an employee who actually works at Warner Brothers.
Wow.
Because these specific numbers are usually never released, but they someone had basically sent a copy over to them. The total marketing campaign of all of the Batman games combined cost $5 million.
That doesn't seem like a lot.
No, not at all. So yeah, that's all they spent. They spent $5 million in marketing and made $600 million in profit, which is crazy. This Batman game's really fun. If you never played them, they actually are really. Arkham Knight was my favorite.
Yeah, it was definitely super cool. The visual styling in that game was on point.
Oh yeah.
Are they all like that? Because I think that might have been the only one I played.
I think
Yeah,
most of
they're
them
all
are like that. The Arkham Knight though is to me by far the best.
Yeah.
And I think it has the best animations.
It's like they pull
Playing on
directly from
anything
like
on
Tim
PC.
Burton.
Yeah. The next chapter of Fortnite will introduce cars. So
like
yes.
the movie Cars.
No, like actual like
Okay.
cars. You know how you can drive like 4-wheelers and stuff? So they're actually implementing cars now into the actual game because you have roads. So you have roads in the game, but they never actually had cars that you can drive on the road. So now they are implementing that. You actually can run out of gas. You can do a fender bender, where if you run into something, your airbags actually deploy and it hurts your character. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's I'm just looking at James's face. He's like, what the fuck?
Why? It's not
Yeah,
like
why? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's not like I'm playing. Oh, Mark, by the way, when I was talking on stream yesterday about that one game that I couldn't remember the name of when I was playing Dreams where you crash cars and stuff, I was thinking Flat Out.
Gotcha.
Literally just came to me.
BioWare, or good old friends at good old BioWare, have confirmed that yes, they are still developing a Dragon Age 4 game. So if you've been waiting for one, they come out in an interview this past weekend that they are indeed developing a Dragon Age 4. It is taking a little longer than expected, but they said don't fret, as it'll be released sometime into the future, hopefully by 2022.
The game
I've
could
never
come
played
out
any.
before or after they get closed by EA.
I know, right? I've never played any of the Dragon Age games, but I know people have played them. They say they love them. So
Origins is really good.
last couple things I have, I'll save the one before we get started. Square. Remember last week how I was saying how Square has come out with a new company? The Balon company that they had released. It's their action games.
Yeah.
So they have come out with their first game. It's called Balon Wonderworld.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, that game looks rad.
Yep. Sonic and Knights into Dreams creator are coming up with musical adventure. So Balon World is a new 3D action musical player. Square has developed and it's coming out of spring 2021. It's coming to the Switch, PS5, Xbox, basically everything. It is being made by Sega, which is absolutely cool. So there is 12 different tales await players in a bizarre and imaginary world of Wonderland. As the star of the show, you'll use up to 80 different costumes while exploring labyrinth stages filled with different tricks and traps to go into the heart of the story. As you adventure through the land, fantasy, and reality, you have to find a way to bring balance to others and yourself through a musical adventure. So we shall. It actually looks pretty cool. That's Balan, BALAN Wonderworld. So, and if you watch the trailer, it actually looks pretty cool. It almost looks like the characters of Splatoon, in a sense, mixed with like fantasy. So,
Yeah, it looked rad.
who plays World of Tanks? Anybody? No one? Okay. So World of Tanks is getting crossplay. You now can play.
Now I'm playing. Oh, if it's crossplay now, there's no reason not to play.
It's also getting WWE themed vehicles. So, do you ever want to play on a tank with a picture of John Cena on the side of it? Now you can.
You ever
Wanna-
play that
Get out of here.
WWE Twisted Metal clone and you really liked it? No? Here it is in World of Tanks.
Pretty much. You wanted Undertaker's face in the side of your tank? Well, now you can. Boom, there it is.
Well, that's good. My life can be complete now. This is what I've been waiting for.
Did you ever... Who liked Ubisoft Forward? Anybody? I thought it was enjoyish. The Ubisoft Forward event that happened last month. Anybody actually enjoy it?
The Hyperscape thing was cool. That's pretty much it.
Watch Dogs Legions can't run at 60 frames per second on a 1080 or 2080 Ti in 1080p or 4K and Ultra. So that's something.
So, if you enjoyed the Ubisoft Forwards so much, can't wait, because coming September, Part 2 is coming. They have officially announced that Ubisoft Forward Part 2 will take place mid-September. Well, they will release more information on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Gods and Monsters, Rainbow Six Quarantine, and other surprises that have yet to be announced from the first one.
Be a new fucking Rayman game or Splinter Cell game, or I'm rioting.
The last piece of thing, James actually posted. I'm surprised he didn't talk about it. So, did you ever play Minecraft and you're thinking to yourself while you're playing Minecraft, I really wish I could play Doom 95. Guess what? Your prayers have been answered. They have come up with a mod where you actually can put a Windows 95 computer into Minecraft and play Doom 95 directly on the computer inside the virtual PC. Yes. It is officially a thing. You can play the full game of Doom 95 inside of Minecraft.
Just continuing on with the whole tradition of, if it has a processor in it, we're gonna make Doom run on it.
Yeah, I'm watching the video now. It's the dude rolls up to his computer that he built, that he put into Minecraft, and he clicks it, and he is straight playing Doom 1. It's freaking crazy. So that is all that I have. Now, time for the big event.
There was one other thing.
Stop.
This is for Jeff. I don't know if you got my text from a little bit ago, from like a few days ago. But there is, let me take a look to get the exact name right. Where is Jeff Schroeder? There you are. Have you taken a look at Bomb Rush Cyberpunk?
No, I haven't. I meant to, actually, yeah. Let me
Look it
up.
up. So, if you like Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio, and you're yelling at Sega, hey, make another one.
Right.
Well,
I need more of that funky music, too.
Your prayers have been answered. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
It is!
By Team Reptile is coming out. It's on Steam.
It's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out for Steam and other consoles. Its release date is currently future, but it's going to feature music from Hideki Nakamura, the man, the myth, the legend, the meme lord himself, that has made all the music for the Jet Grind Radio, the Jet Radio games.
That's awesome.
What's the... It does. It looks exactly the same. What is... Except I don't see rollerblades. It looks like he has just a... What were those shoes? Where the centers were like grind plates?
Oh!
Soap shoes. I had a pair of those.
Shoes. Did you?
I never had a pair of...
Sonic Adventure?
I don't know. No. I got
them. Soap shoes.
Really?
Sonic Adventure, yeah. It was a cross-promotion thing.
See, the thing that sucked about soap shoes is eventually they would break in the center. And then you'd be walking around with a pair of shoes that had no support in the center at all. It was just two separate pieces, and it just didn't work. But that's those. They were fun to run around in though. Then they came out with the soap shoes with the Heelys built in. Oh my gosh! And then you were a street shark at that point.
I fucking had the Heelys, man. That was fucking riding. I got yelled at so much in school. You can't have those here. That sucks.
That's my only shoes. Leave me alone.
I always let the heel in, so I was taller.
This looks really cool, man. This looks It's crazy. This character on the screen here reminds me of something out of Fully Cooley or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm hyped for it.
Yeah.
So before we get started on the Xbox Series X, Xbox Microsoft Gaming 360 Showcase,
It's a long ass title.
they did some pre-show shit. That I didn't even know about, and I had to go find it. My son actually found it, which is crazy.
Huh.
Yeah. Hello Neighbor 2 is coming out.
Cool.
If you are looking to play the beta, you can now at helloneighbor2.com. So how we stumbled upon this was, it was right at the beginning of the showcase. My son wanted me to type in Hello Neighbor, and so I typed it in and it said Hello Neighbor 2 trailer. It was under IGN, and next it said Microsoft Showcase. I'm like, huh? So I play it, and then it's a really good trailer. And sure as shit, I go look it up, and it's real. I was like, holy crap, okay, well, thanks, Grayson. So, yeah, Hello Neighbor 2, you can play the beta now. Essentially, the premise of it is, so if you recall, if you ever played the original Hello Neighbor, you have to basically sneak into this dude's house. This time, there's a guy with...
Out of the house.
It's basically a dude with a penguin mask. It's more creepy, and you have to be way more stealthy this time without making much noise. As well as, Hello Neighbor 2 takes place in an open world. So, a premise of this game, so they have developed a self-learning AI system that will actually track your movements and track how you actually go about playing the game, and the AI inside the game changes to prevent you from doing certain things.
I can't wait for it to be a broken mess like the original.
Yeah. So the premise is the AI is supposed to adapt to how you play the game to make the game harder for you.
So we are the ones that are training the Terminator.
Pretty much. In this system, you do have to explore an open world, because if you recall, in Hello Neighbor 1, there was other houses, but you didn't go into any of the other houses. Now you can. So essentially, you wake up into the city. The city has basically been set on fire, and it's really dark and gloomy. And instead of going between your house and your neighbor's house, you could go into the whole entire town. And then the creature that is in the neighbor's house actually follows you and adapts to, like I said, like your gameplay, and then makes the game harder. So we'll see how it goes. It is set to release spring 2021 in full release on Series X and Xbox and PC. And let's get into the Microsoft Xbox Series X showcase event.
Showcase world premiere.
World premiere. So I watched the entirety of this. I don't have notes for the entirety of this because I was taking notes before Mark got on, and we just rewatched it. I rewatched it from the beginning. So Walker, you're gonna have to take over eventually.
No problem.
All right, so the first thing they show off is armor being made.
Yeah, they
and
do.
It's like, oh, what is this? Oh, hey, it's Halo Infinite. Oh, it's an actual demo. Nice. There's a lot of me just typing out things that I'm thinking during this. So, the facial animations don't look great, but then again, it's a demo. Never mind, it's probably the dude's beard. Never mind, it looks good now. So it starts off with Master Chief and dude that rescued him from space landing on the Halo, and Master Chief has to go out into this open world and shoot, kill, bang things. Yeah. So one of the cool things about this is that, again, it is an open world.
Yep.
You have a grappling hook now, so you can like grapple hook a barrel and then yeet that barrel at an enemy, and it just goes boom. It's coming out holiday 2020.
I have stuff to add to that. So first off, when I saw the cinematic part of this, I'm like, if this is how that's when I text you guys. I'm like, if this is how the fucking game looks, it's the best looking game I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know, man.
And then it actually went, and then it went into the actual game, and I'm like, oh, never mind. So I was looking at the actual, like, the movie trailer. I thought that was the...
Oh, yeah, that would look incredible. There's no
yeah,
way.
That's why I'm like, dude, this fucking game's amazing. Is this really what this looks like? And I was disappointed when it started playing the actual trailer. I was like, oh. So yeah, James said it is an open world. It does include a day and night cycle, where the longer you're out and about, it will become night, and the nights are more hostile than the days, as well as there will be upgrades and more for weapons and different pieces of armor. Um, you can play through the whole entire night and through the day as long as you survive, essentially. So there is a non-linear storyline that you can approach to, as well as you can just do the linear storyline to beat the game, if you so choose. So that'd be pretty huge. Were the other Halos open world like this?
No.
The only one close to it was ODST.
Okay. They also have guaranteed that the split-screen co-op will be available at launch, as well as the online multiplayer will be available at launch. They weren't sure if they were going to be able to have the multiplayer online portion completed before it was launched due to everything going on, but they have just come out and said yesterday that it will 100% be available at launch, as well as the split-screen co-op, which I don't know who does that anymore, will also be available.
Legends. Legends do that now.
That's true.
If I can't
so
dip potato chip, I ain't involved. I don't even want nothing to do with it.
So yeah, that was huge. What do we got next, James?
Well, next was an interview with 343 Industries.
Sure was.
They said that Infinite is going to be several times larger than the past two Halo games combined. It's going to run at a flawless 60 frames per second. And more info will be coming soon, along with multiplayer stuff.
They also said the mechanics and the feel of this game will be different than any other Halo that you've played. And they've also teased the return. Microsoft just posted a tweet today, teasing the return of Master Chief. Didn't he die in the one of them, or something like that?
Well, what do you mean?
Like the original character,
Master Chief.
Like the original Halo. Is it the same character through all the Halo games?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, it's all Spartan 117.
Oh, because they posted online a picture of him, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's coming back!" So I thought it was something different. Never mind. Scratch that. Ignore me.
Yeah, and then 343 is like, here, take a look at the other games that Microsoft Game Studios is working on from our partners at Microsoft Game Studios.
So really quick, just so I have an understanding of the premise of Halo. So why was he floating in space? Like, what happened in the last one?
He blew up the Covenant ship. He's gonna give them back their bomb.
That's that spiral in the sky, right? Like that circle.
That's the Halo.
Okay. I don't know the premise of these games. So why was that Halo broken?
Because you broke it in the first game.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you go back to, I think, the same Halo.
Ah. Fun. Okay, continue.
Hey, you guys know what time it is?
Game time.
Do you guys know what time it is?
I sure do. I know what the next trailer is.
It's time for a world premiere. God, I miss that so much. You guys don't even know how much I miss that. So there's a lady. It's in the snow. There's a lady with a crossbow sitting at a campfire.
I first saw this and I'm like, oh, it's a new Tomb Raider.
Right?
And then there's a wolf that appears. And then lady screams at wolf, and then wolf. And then, as she's walking later on in the day, she sees blood. And the wolf is dead. And then there's a zombie deer that killed the wolf and is eating it.
Fucking zombie deer is eating the wolf.
The irony. State of Decay 3 was announced. It's coming out for Series X, Xbox One, Windows 10, and will be on Game Pass.
That trailer looked amazing.
It really did look
I've
cool.
never played any of the State of Decay, so I can't really speak for him, but it looked pretty cool.
State of Decay 2 is on Game Pass. So you can check it out. I think it's like top-down, almost like RTS kind of thing with base building elements.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if I'm remembering correctly from the first one. Next up, oh hey, hi, Phil Spencer. How you doing, buddy? Nice shirt. Nice Halo Infinite shirt. You know, it's weird. I feel like in the past, like, few months, I've seen Phil Spencer more than in his entire tenure at Microsoft combined.
Oh, yeah.
Going to be showing off 9 of the 15 games from 9 of the 15 Xbox studios. 5 new first-party games. All games shown will be on Game Pass. And then Turn 10 is currently in development, is in early development of a new Forza game. Hey, Forza, world premiere. Yeah, it really just shows that's running an engine. It's finally a Forza game that can compete with Gran Turismo in graphics. I stan Gran Turismo all day, every day. Yeah, but it looks good, but if you move that camera, it probably breaks the game, so...
Forza Motorsports.
Yeah.
I will say, though, when they showed the Xbox Series X and they took it apart, I didn't know that huge piece on the top was a huge fucking fan.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool to see that.
So it doesn't overheat.
Yeah, that was pretty
like
cool
all
to
the
see
other
that.
Xbox consoles.
So I didn't know that was a thing.
It's probably going to overheat.
Probably.
I would put money on that there's going to be a red ring of death for this. Next game they showed off was Everwild from our friends at Rare. Everwild, or also known as Let's Never Make a New Banjo Game Again. So it has that really beautiful Rare art style, that like cartoony, colorful graphics, kind of like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, or Ori, the Whisper of the Wisps or whatever.
Will of the Wisps.
Will of the Wisps, or yeah, look like that.
This is more of an open world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically about humans using the power of magic to heal animals.
Yep.
At least that's what it looks like. I really liked that one lizard who I like to believe his whole job is to just vomit out fish. That's his sole purpose in life, is just to vomit out a bunch of fish.
It's the rated G version of Hellblade, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Then they had an interview with Rare. You play as these people called Eternals, and you can feel how magic flows through nature.
Everwild.
Everwild. Let's leave the Banjo series on. Let's leave the Banjo series at nuts and bolts.
We have to.
Still fucking salty. Alright. Next game is Tell Me Why. It's from Don't Nod. It's about a brother and sister. They showed it off, I think, at whatever the last... I think the Xbox Series X reveal event. It's about a brother and sister who... mother tries to kill the brother. And they kind of go back to the house and...
Try to figure out why.
Figure it out. And...
Sorry, this game does not look very entertaining to me.
No, so one of the things they said during the interview was it just looks like, hey, you like Life is Strange?
Yeah.
This is Life is Strange.
It looks like a video game movie that is basically working title childhood drama.
Yeah.
Yep.
The male voice actor, the adult male voice actor, I can't believe he got paid for this role. Because I'm not a voice actor, but I know how to show fucking emotion in my voice. I do it every week on this podcast. This dude showed no emotion whatsoever through any of it. But hey, if it looks interesting to you, Chapter 1 is out August 27th.
Yep. Basically, if you watch the trailer, there's spirits that show up, and then you have to watch the spirits, so he basically relives his childhood trauma where his mom's chasing him with the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why! Is the name of the game.
My mom chased me around with a shotgun most of my childhood, and I turned out totally fine.
Did you though? Did you though?
Yeah, I'm fucking perfect, bro.
Okay.
10 out of 10.
Right, if you're perfect, meet me on the battlefields of Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Oh,
Fucking do it.
oh, you're gonna put yourself in a World Star moment. Don't even do it. You're gonna be like Pink Ranger, and then the Pink Ranger's gonna be on, just upset about power levels and stuff.
Sure.
Go on.
The next game is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Hey, we just talked about that game.
Mhm.
Did.
You know, at this point of the program, I'm really starting to get that itch. I'm missing that world premiere voice. I'm really starting to miss it. But apparently they're working on a very special version for the Series X that's going to run at 120 frames per second in full 4K HDR. It's going to use premium audio tech. And that's coming later this year via smart delivery. Outerworlds is the next game. Peril on Gorgon. It's going to be, quote, the biggest mystery in the galaxy. It takes place in an abandoned research facility, the Gorgon asteroid. It's full of scandalous strangers, thrills, danger, intrigue. It's the new first half of the Outerworlds DLC, story DLC for the game. One
fun.
thing to note, though, it must be purchased separately. If you have the base game on Game Pass members save 10% off of this DLC. That's coming out September 9th. Yep. Hopefully it's better than everything else in the the Outerworlds, other than the first two planets. Hopefully
You didn't like it that much?
it's as good as hopefully it's as good as those first two planets, because those first two planets are top tier. Next, they showed off Grounded.
This game actually, this trailer was way better than what they originally had. This actually looks fucking awesome.
Hey,
It
guys,
really
guess
does.
what? Guess what? It comes out tomorrow.
It does. It's
Yeah.
free.
So are we gonna play it tomorrow?
Fucking do it.
I already preloaded it on my system.
I want
We'll
to
do that
hear
tonight.
your comment about the start of this trailer.
Oh no! This entire trailer is just me doing quotes from the trailer.
It fucking made fun of itself. It was amazing.
If you're quote. If
Oh,
you're waiting
yeah, it
for
did.
the biggest game of the year, then wait for Cyberpunk. From Obsidian Games, creators of games not like this one, this summer, strive together to survive together, or just feed your friends to the spiders and go solo. And then there was a Battletoad statue that they were all standing on, and I was like, oh man, Battletoads was pretty fun. Yeah, that comes out July 28th, which is tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
you
then-
literally go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say in the trailer, it's actually fucking cool. Like first, you just have this tent made out of 2 leaves, and then from there you take it, and then there's a huge fucking fortress that you get by chopping down pieces of grass, finding leaves, finding little twigs. It's like an animated version of Ark, but with shit that you find on the ground.
So long, Ark.
It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game.
Yeah,
Right.
so that's pretty
Then-
fucking cool.
Then they had an interview with Obsidian. Peril and Gorgon is going to be the first of 2 story packs for the Outerworlds. I forget what I put here. Oh, I think that's Grounded. Will be on Xbox Game Preview and Steam Early Access. And then they said, hey, we're working on the next big Obsidian RPG. What? Avowed. World premiere. It's medieval. You got giant skelly bellies. You fight monsters. One sword in one hand, magic in the other. You guys like Skyrim? 'Cause it looks like
I do.
Skyrim. Wait, it might just be Skyrim. Todd, is that you? Are you just selling me Skyrim again? It's not. No, it's not Todd. Howard. Interview with Obsidian Part 2. It's going to be an expansive first-person RPG set in the world of Eora, and it is, quote, Obsidian at their finest. Next thing is an interview with Interior Night, which is a new studio, debuting their new game. First game spans 30 years in the American Southwest. Story about family, resilience, and sacrifice. You shape the fate of these characters, and I immediately turned off. I was immediately turned off by that. Telltale Games turned that shit off for me. And then I put Kenny will remember that as a reference to Walking Dead Season 1. So we see As Dusk Falls. World premiere. Uses an interesting art style where the characters are all like hand-painted and hand-drawn like 2D, but everything else in the world is 3D. And I don't know if I like that or hate that. I still can't decide if I like it or hate it. It is a, quote, an original interactive drama. Bullshit, it probably isn't. I think the dad got robbed or got robbed. All the characters look the exact goddamn same. Except for the female characters. Daughter's older. The daughter's older now, and I just didn't care. I really didn't care at all for this game. They said you'll shape the fate of these characters, and like I immediately stopped fucking caring. Ninja Theory had an interview. Apparently 3.5 million players have played Hellblade.
Sure have.
The new Hellblade game will run on Unreal 5, and it will take place on Iceland. And they have a dev diary on their YouTube channel.
So if you want to keep up with what's going on with that game, definitely check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then they
The
show
U.S.
off
Saga.
Yeah, and then they show off Psychonauts 2. And I thought it was just going to be more Hellblade 2. I thought they were going to show off some more Hellblade stuff, but no.
No, not a lot.
Psychonauts 2. Hey, Jack Black and Tim Schafer.
Yep.
Raz goes into I put Jackal Black. Jack Black's character's brain that's in a jar. Jack Black is singing, and it's very psychedelic. And that's where my notes end. So take it from here, Walker.
So essentially, if they were to have E3, Jack Black, I'm assuming, would have came out and did a whole
Probably
concert of this. He sings basically the theme song to Psychonauts. Yeah. So he does a concert. He's singing. The premise of it is you're inside Jack Black's brain, and then you have to go on a mission and then fight some shit, which is pretty cool.
That's probably just one of the brains.
Yeah.
Fun, that's the brains.
So the next thing they talk about Destiny 2, how it continues to grow, and it's even easier to play. You will have it soon. Xbox Game Pass will support Destiny 2 on Xbox Series X, the One X, and they called it the Cloud. They didn't say xCloud, so there was rumors that they were changing the name from Microsoft X or Xbox Microsoft xCloud, and they were going to change the name, and she just said Cloud. So it is very possible that they're.
I thought they were going to call it xCloud. They were going to drop the project part.
Maybe it was just xCloud then. Yeah, but she just called it the Cloud. The new version of the game will be released on launch for the Xbox Series X. It'll support 4K and 60 frames per second, which is huge.
And the Game Pass version will include all of the previous DLC.
Yep.
Or you could just get it free with your Google Stadia Pro subscription that no one has.
There is a new expansion. It's called Beyond Light. Destiny 2 Beyond Light launches November 10th, 2020. That is the new expansion. The next one is a world premiere.
World premiere. You just say my name or something. Just give me the heads up, and I'll just say it.
Gotcha. It is a console launch that will be released the day of whenever the Xbox comes out. Stalker, launch title. So Stalker 2 is an exclusive. Yep. Exclusively on the Xbox platform. Stalker 2 is real. Set in the area of Chernobyl, which was made famous by nuclear disasters. A long-awaited sequel. It features heavy science fiction elements. Creatures are shown growing underground in labs, and you have to venture into the unknown. I've never
Stalker
played.
Shadows of Chernobyl is a fantastic game.
Really?
Fantastic.
I've never played that one, so I'm not sure that was. So the next one is a launch exclusive. So basically, it shows a bunch of family sitting around playing, just staring up, all different sorts of people. Kids playing with their dad, parents playing with their kids, kids playing with their parents, random people everywhere playing together. I'm like, okay, what is this? Tetris Effect Connected.
Hell yeah.
So the next adventure in the Tetris Effect is finally coming to Xbox. Basically, it's a multiplayer experience. I don't know if it's going to be like Tetris Battle Royale, but it's essentially a multiplayer Tetris game that you can play with anybody in the world.
Well, it also has its full single player as well.
Okay.
Tetris Effect is a full game. Really, really good VR game. Yeah, it's fun. Tetris Effect's really good.
James.
World premiere.
So the next one, it's once again an animation-looking game. You got this chick with this really big robotic arm looking into the sky. She runs down a hill into what looks to be like a really dark area with sludge.
Yeah,
So
sludge, I think it's called.
The gunk.
The
Oh,
gunk.
gunk. There we go.
So essentially what it is, you're running around, it's from the creators of SteamWorld. Unlike some of the other developing the previous games, this one is completely fully 3D environment. Gunk appears and it takes different shapes into different like monsters, and the landscape grows and changes, and you have to use your hand to suck up the gunk and then use that to fight other monsters. It almost same concept as like Ori, almost like a Ratchet and Clank feel.
Yeah, it's like Ratchet and Clank meets Fern Gully.
Yeah, that's
You're-
pretty much what I. Yeah, that makes sense. And all these two, by the way, have the thing in the bottom corner that will have smart delivery.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
Which is
so
pretty
you
cool.
work
Smart
with Tim
delivery,
Curry
they're
to
all
bed.
gonna be Game Pass.
So the next one, which is probably my favorite out of all of them. So it starts with a little butterfly, and it's going in this beautiful land, and all of a sudden the butterfly passes through a wall, and everything becomes
Oh, yeah.
red, and everything's on fire, and the butterfly runs into a bunch of flames and catches on fire and dies. So, Medium is a game where you play as a girl, where it is a game where two games are rendered simultaneously to each other. So it is, I'm assuming, what's supposed to be a horror game of sorts. Has two concepts. So kind of the same one that we talked about earlier, where the boy was running away from his mom, and she was hunted. This girl almost got shot and killed when she was a little kid, according to the trailer, and she goes back into the town where it all happened. It has a Silent Hill vibe to it. Everything's all dead and run down, and there's buildings that are abandoned and everything like that.
Yeah, when
So-
they showed off this game originally at the Xbox, the Series X event, they said that they took a lot of inspiration from Silent Hill, and it shows.
So, and what the next part of the trailer, she's walking in this area, it's really abandoned, and all of a sudden an earthquake happens, and everything changes, and the sky becomes red, everything's on fire, and then they put the two games simultaneously side by side with each other. So this game is rendered side by side. It's a nightmare scenario that can be lived by basically you're a medium who can see the other side, and the character you play can see these creatures, but you have to continuously switch back and forth between reality and the ghost world. There was a segment where you hear a creature and you're in the real world, but if you don't switch over to the ghost world, that creature will kill you. So there's times where you can be walking around and you hear something, and you don't switch over fast enough. You switch over to the ghost world, and the creature's right in front of your face and kills you. That was one of the big things that they discussed. Is that this game, the medium, will be rendered. It's 2 games, like I said, rendered simultaneously with each other. That will make the game very interesting. So we'll have more.
If it does that whole split screen view that they showed off in the trailer here, that would be extremely impressive.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. James.
World premiere.
So this next one was kind of a shock. All of a sudden, we see a logo that says Sega, and we're going through. There's a bird flying around. It's twirling. It's doing its thing, and it's riding high, and it's coming through. Okay, what's going on here? Got some creatures in the ground. A brand new, an expansive world. Then you see a guy with a blue sword running, knocking out a mech suit, and then he's shooting the mech suit. And I'm like, okay, this looks like Final Fantasy. And I'm like, what is this game? It is Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis.
Yep, the next expansion for Phantasy Star Online 2 that I think has been out in Japan for a few years.
Yeah.
And that is coming 2021.
Just I know Sega really didn't want to bring this game stateside. They were super against it.
Really?
And then probably Microsoft was like, here's a bunch of money, bring it over stateside, and we can ruin it with a horrible client. And then they did. And now I'm like, okay, so when can I play it? When can I play it on PlayStation? Because it's already out on PlayStation. It's been out on PlayStation for 10 fucking years.
Like, nah, man.
No, I'm refusing to download the Microsoft Store version because I have to download a fan-made client to get it to work. That shouldn't exist. Fucking idiots.
The next one is a console. It actually ended up saying world premiere in the bottom corner, but it didn't actually pop up on the screen, which didn't make any sense. It is Crossfire X. The Crossfire X campaign is co-developed by Remedy Entertainment. It appears to have some kind of psychological, character-driven elements, but also it is an intense first-person shooter, and it is free to play later this year with an Xbox.
Not the single player.
What?
Buy the single player separately. The multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
The single player game is not going to be on Game Pass and is not free.
That's funny.
10 cents.
Yep, of course. And then I missed it somewhere. They showed a new Warhammer 4000 Dark Tide.
Oh yeah.
It's an Xbox console launch exclusive. Basically, it is extremely high production value. A recon squad has been sent into the hive in order to squash some sort of unrest, and they finally find the situation worsens. Warhammer 4000 Dark Tide.
Good old 40K.
And they talk about how they weren't able to showcase everything they had wanted to showcase, but promises before November they will be doing another showcase to add on to whatever they have. And then they said, with that being said, we have one more thing for you guys, and we hope you enjoy, and we'll see you soon. So it goes into James
premiere.
And then from Xbox Game Studios, you're looking at a forest. You got a bunch of trees. Playground Games Presents, it shows, and you're kind of walking around. You see a fairy floating around, all happy, glory, dancing, and she's going through a river with some fish, and she's all excited, and she gets eaten by a frog. And the frog goes, rope, ribbit, And the frog just kind of looks at the screen like, what's up? And then the words Fable come across the screen, which indicates that they are making the next Fable game, which was actually leaked the day before, so people were already anticipating it. But they did announce that the next Fable game is coming out.
Yeah, so I think my exact words to Mark when that showed up was, well, before the Fable thing, I'm like, oh, look, it's definitely not another Fable game. They're not making another one of those. No wonder they're not making another one of those, because their last game was a fucking Kinect-only title. No wonder it sucked. And then I was like, oh, shit, Fable.
So a lot of people are super excited about that. I've only played like 5 minutes of Fable 3. But we'll see.
Fable's good.
Yeah.
3 not so much. 1 and 2 are really good.
And that's the Xbox showcase. They have said obviously there will be more out soon. Coming up here, I don't think there's any more gaming showcases. I think we are. Let's find out. Summer.
Next one would be I think end of August with
Yeah.
Gamescom.
Yep, Summer Game Fest. That already happened today. The next big ones, League of Legends Festival. That's happening next week. Not that much people care about that.
Well, a lot of people care about that. No one in this room cares.
Oh yeah. And then today they had Pokemon Go Fest, which I didn't know that was a thing until Schroeder said it. So that's what we got. Let's get into some releases, shall we?
Let's. So this is for the week till the 2nd. All right. So on the 28th. Oh, this isn't up to date. This doesn't have Grounded on there. Oh no, yeah, it does. Never mind. All right. So on the 28th, we have Ageless coming out for the PC and Switch. Other Side coming out for PS4 and PC. Cuber's Arena coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One. Skater XL coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One. Destroy All Humans Remastered coming out for the PS4, PC, and Xbox One. Demon Tilt coming out for PS4. Maid of Skier coming out for PS4 and PC. Samurai Showdown Neo Geo Collection coming out for PS4, Switch, and Xbox One on the 28th. Grounded is coming out on PC for early access and Xbox game preview. Mega Dimension Neptunia 7 coming out for the Switch. Lost Wing coming out for the PS4 on the 28th. Escape game Fort Boyard coming out for the PS4 on the 28th. On the 29th, we don't have nearly as many games, but we got Lost Wing coming out for the Xbox One. Blightbound coming for the PC. 112th Seed coming out for the Xbox One. Nowhere Prophet coming out for the Xbox One. Dual Gear coming out for the PC. And Nicole coming out for the Xbox One. On the 30th, we got Barry Stars coming out for the PS4 and Switch. Nowhere Prophet coming out for the PS4 and Switch. Hellpoint coming out for PC and PS4. Yakuza Kiwami 2 coming out for the Xbox One. Bite Crab coming out for PC. Oh, shit, we still got more. Merchant of the Skies coming out for the Switch and Xbox One. Mobile Suit Gundam versus Maxi Boost On. Is that what it is? Hold on. Yeah, Maxi Boost On coming out for the PS4. We also have Demon Blaze coming out for the PC. Heroes of Hammer Watch Ultimate Edition coming out for Switch and Xbox One. On the 31st, we have Not coming out for PS4 and PC. Family Mysteries Poisonous Promises coming out for the Xbox One. Fairy Tail coming out for PS4 and PC. Cat Quest Plus Cat Quest 2 Possum Pack PS4 on the 31st. Castle Storm 2 coming out for PC and Xbox One on the 31st. Heroes of Hammer Watch Ultimate Edition coming out for the Xbox One on the 31st. Seasons of the Samurai coming out for the Xbox One. Lost Wing coming out for the Switch. Free Tactics coming out for the PC. And finally, we have Swim Out coming out for the Xbox One. Back to you guys.
Appreciate it. For movie-wise, nothing too crazy. Apocalypto, the Mel Gibson movie, is coming to Blu-ray and 4K on the 28th. I've never seen it, but I know people like it. You like NCIS, Season 17's coming to DVD and Blu-ray.
Oh, I was about to say, is that show still on?
The last season's coming on the 28th. A couple other things. Let's see what we got here. Nope. Hawaii 5-0 season 10, which was the last season that what's his name was on before he died. I can't remember his name. Luke Perry.
Oh, okay.
Orange is the New Black Forever, or it's called Orange Forever. It is season 1 through 7. Every episode of Orange is the New Black is coming to DVD and Blu-ray. That is coming out on the 28th. The 29th, the new Transformers movie, TV series, Transformers War of Cybertron. It's an animated TV series. It is a Netflix exclusive TV series, which is weird they have the rights to that, but hey, why not? Then a couple other things kind of scrolling through here. Where was it? Oh, it doesn't come out until after. August 4th actually has a bunch of stuff. August 1st, my birthday. Nothing's coming out on that. So, and that's all I got. And I call that a podcast.
Sure, that does sound like a podcast.
Go around the room really quick. Where can we find you? What you're gonna be doing possibly this week, and what we got going on?
All right. Well, since I started off first, you can find me streaming Ghost of Tsushima and maybe some other things at twitch.tv/PeopleHateStudios. You can check out my VODs and other things on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/PeopleHateStudios. And you can check me out on Twitter at PeopleHate10. Probably going to play Ghost of Tsushima. Maybe, definitely playing Grounded. Yeah. That's it that I know for certain.
Perfect.
Jeff, you're up.
Yep. On the YouTubes at the Splash Screen Gaming, as well as that on Twitch, and then on Facebook it's Team Splash Screen, and Instagram Splash Screen Splash Screen G. I confused myself for a second. It's been a while. I haven't even really been keeping up on that stuff.
Been a while.
But yeah, but I don't know, man. I've been really him-hawing on either Hellblade or A Plague's Tale. But I haven't had any connection issues at all with the show tonight, so I might actually stream something here soon. So I don't know. I'll post some stuff if I end up doing. If I do it, I'll be noisy about it. So, yeah.
Perfect. Good shit, man. For myself, Captain Geach 15 on everything, as always. Definitely playing Grounded. Don't know if that's a game to stream. I guess we'll find out if it is or not. If it's like Ark can be kind of boring to stream at times, but it's a different type of adventure, so maybe I'll just do that tomorrow instead.
It'll definitely be a good, well, would you look at that?
Yeah. So got that going on. Gotta played a little bit of Apex, maybe continue to do that. But other than that, who knows what I'll be doing. Gonna finish up fuck's it called? Big Bang Theory.
We gotta do those Sea of Thieves, Sea of Thieves update stuff too.
Oh yeah, I forgot that comes out on. Yeah, we gotta do that as well. That is true.
Yeah, actually, we have a lot going on. We got Grounded tomorrow, and then maybe we'll do like Sea of Thieves the next day. And then I tickled the idea of bringing the Thursday night battle royale with Cheese Up again. So I don't know if people are down for that. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
yeah,
I'd be down if this internet thing works. Then I'd be down to doing some streamings.
Hell yeah, man. Well, that's all for me. Mark, what about you, man?
You can watch me make mediocre content on Twitch and YouTube at MarkDude701. I'll be playing some Death Stranding. Who knows if I'll stream it, but we'll see. I also know that I want to play the Destroy All Humans remake whenever that comes out on the 28th. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Pretty hyped for that
on
one.
the 28th.
That's what I'll be doing. If you want to see it, you can see it on Twitch or YouTube at MarkDude701.
Nice. Good shit. And as always, you can find us at Level Unlock Podcast at the good old Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Email us at levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com, and find us on Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And as always, if you'd like to become part of the Patreon, the Level Unlocked Nation, the Lockpick Nation, you can do so at patreon.com/levelunlockedpodcast. And as always, we will see you bright and early, 10:30 Eastern Pacific Mountain Time next week on August 2nd. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Thanks for your time, guys. Peace.